was going to light the fire pit today, but because I'm cooking my breakfast with lots of different pans, but I think this is so good. It'll take a bit longer to do my breakfast, but I think I'll use this today. Saves on the amount of wood you have to use. Bits in there when you need to. Yeah, quite big pieces in the fire, can't you? That's a big piece that to go in. That burns for a while. That's the first one. I bought that because it was £25 and the other one seemed a bit expensive. But I think it was false economy, because if I just bought that, I think that's all I'd need to have used. But at least, well, I've got two, one for smaller camps. I just want to take less equipment, and that does weigh a fair bit, but that's quite light. I can always set them both up now and cook on 2 pans. Doesn't take much to do. That's the size difference. Well, that's boiling. Didn't take long at all, that. Well, it must have been 3 or 4 minutes, just that. That's done. And what I'm doing now is just nicking bits of wood from this fire. That should go into there. Two fires. Well, that didn't take long to change over. Just put some dry birch bark in there. Took some fire across. You can see a difference in wood size. That's the wood you need for this stove. You can put quite big stuff into this one. Easily the size of that, but that will take smaller pieces. Yeah, cook my breakfast now. They're both essentially just like an open fire, like a chimney fire. But they do save on fuel. You don't have to put as much fuel on to get the heat. I mean, I've got a wood gas stove, but that does take a lot of work to get going, and to keep going. You've got to keep feeding it often. But this, I think you can just leave big pieces on, leave it to cook your food. I mean, I'm only doing a simple breakfast today, my usual, eggs and beans. So I think that'd be perfect. Just leave them to cook. I don't know if that's intentional, but you can obviously lower your pot stands down, get close to the fire, which is good. Well, that's a difference in size. This one's ideal for just making cups of tea, boiling water. And the big ones obviously more long-term use where you want to cook lots of things. Do very little to it, just add your wood and it burns away happily for as long as you want. This one takes a lot more, it's more work involved, feeding little and often. But I think they're both useful. I've had this little one now for a few weeks and I've tried it a few times. I'm pretty happy with it. So ideal just for boiling water, cups of tea, quick meals. It's a bit more involved when it comes to taking it apart. Not as easy as a larger one. There's grooves you have to prise apart. There's like a little lip there you have to pull out. Once that's done, it's quite simple. Packs away nice and neat. All done. Quite small, quite light. Ideal just for little day trips. It obviously fits away in its bag. I mean, people complain about the quality of the bag. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's cotton, so it doesn't melt. It won't. If it's still hot, it won't damage the bag. But it's just the fact that I think it's white. It's gets mucky quick, but it still works. Don't know how long it'll last. 'Cause the edges are sharp. It might fray, but it's fine. This is the larger one, more for long-term camps. And cook using bigger pots, but I mean it's a lovely design. It falls away nice and neat and so quick. It's done. It has spaces there to fit your trivet. Just slot into place. I mean, it's the first time I've used this today. It's quite simple, effective. Again, fits into its bag. Cotton bag. Slightly too small this one, but it'll close in. 2 stoves. Expensive, but I think like everyone says it should last forever. Can't see anything going wrong with them. Heavy, but for this kind of camping, it's I'm not doing long hikes to get here. It's fine.